Hi, my name is Jacob with Landmark Implement, and today we're going to talk about the ExactApply nozzle body maintenance and how to take care of this system over the years of your ownership. So first off, every machine shipped from the factory includes an ExactApply nozzle maintenance kit. This maintenance kit contains tools, spare parts, and is a very key piece of maintaining your ExactApply system.
Inside this maintenance kit, you'll find we have a torque wrench, and this is like a half a Newton meter, so like 7 or 8 inch-pounds. It's used to tighten down the stems that we'll look at here in a minute. We have a stem holder for disassembling those stems just to make it easier for them to handle. It comes with a parts kit, so extra bolts that hold the nozzle bodies on to the spray pipe, some zip tie clamps for harness hold down, extra clips for retaining the solenoids, as well as the turret on the bottom. Just a nice little accessory kit if you're out working on something and drop a bolt or a nut. It's nice to be able to have some spares on hand. The kit comes with 2 additional stems. These stems are the main wear part of the nozzle body, and so it's always good to have 1 or 2 or more stems on hand. Just makes it easier if you have a stem have some issues, easy to swap in the field rather than having to disassemble the stem and clean it. Also comes with the cleaning brush that helps clean out those stems and other parts of the nozzle body if you get buildup or corrosion in them. And then an O-ring pick to help remove those O-rings and service those O-rings. That's what comes from the kit from the factory. If your kit, if you've used some parts or pieces or things have gone missing over the years, you can also get any one of these pieces from the parts department. If you're missing your entire kit, they can also get you an entire kit from the parts department. Next, we're going to disassemble the nozzle body and show you how to use some of the tools in the toolkit to perform maintenance. First thing we're going to do in our nozzle body is remove the retaining clips for the solenoids. The solenoids can then slide off, and it exposes the stem for each of the solenoids. So we got a stem on each side. Those stems wiggle out. If they've been in there a while, it may take a little persuasion to get those out. Next, we're going to look at the ExactApply stem. We can use our holder tool to hold the bottom of the stem as we remove the top cap. The torque wrench can be used if it's difficult to spin that off. Once it's loose, we want to be careful that there's a lot of small pieces inside each of these stems. We take our cap off and dump this over. You'll find the poppet cartridge as well as a spring. We want to make sure that the spring's intact, it's not broken or cracked. If the spring breaks, you can buy just the spring and the cartridge as an item at your parts counter, or you can get an entire replacement stem. It's entirely up to you. Next on this, we want to look at the O-rings. So we've got 4 O-rings. There's an O-ring on the back of the stem. There's an O-ring on the inside that seats and seals when it's torqued down. And then we've got 2 O-rings that are sealing as we insert that stem into the nozzle body. I want to make sure these O-rings aren't damaged. If they're dirty or have a lot of corrosion, we'll want to clean them up. The kit does come with that O-ring pick that's handy to have on hand to be able to manipulate some of these small O-rings. It's important that when we reassemble the stem that we get our spring inside of the stem with the poppet, and then seat this down and use the torque wrench to tighten the top cap of the stem. The reason the torque wrench is important is we want to make sure we get the right amount of pressure down to seal that O-ring on the inside of this cap. But if we over tighten, it can cause issues with the stem's ability to pulse correctly, and you might get some dripping or leaking or not be able to achieve rate as you are attempting to. So it's important to use the torque wrench instead of just a pair of pliers that you might have on hand. If you're without your kit or the holder, the back side of the solenoids also have the same indentation. That just makes it easier to hold and remove that cap. if you don't have the little holder that comes in the kit. So it is nice they added that as a part of the nozzle body.
If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on this video or reach out to your nearest Landmark location. Talk to your CTS, your service department, for any sort of configuration, optimization, or diagnostic needs.